India, a very large country with a huge population, 1.2 billion, second only to China. But what is the condition of the literacy? It's only 74%. What about the rest of the people? Mostly the migrant laborers. Do they get a chance to study, to learn, and to make a good livelihood? No. Can we do something in that respect? Because we are all working. You are now students, but you will be working tomorrow. But can you make a difference in their life? That is what I am going to speak. But before that, I will take you to the heritage monuments. We have a number of heritage monuments in India. In Delhi, you have Qutub Minar, you have got Humayun's tomb, you have Red Fort. But when you go to the distant parts of India, there are hundreds and thousands of monuments where you cannot work at all because it is infested, sometimes with the Naxalites and sometimes with dacoits also. I had two encounters. One was in Naxal hit areas, mainly in Chhattisgarh. You might have heard about Jagdalpur and Dantewada also. Recently, 240 persons, police personnel, they were killed by Naxal groups. I had an encounter with them in 2001. I had a discussion with them, and I tried to debate with them and discuss with them, and ultimately they agreed. And they said that I can do a work of Samlu temple, but I am not going to show you that one. And the second instance was in Chambal Valley. You all know Chambal Valley, it is again infested with dacoits. We are not going to do the work. But I said, we will take up a challenge. Let's see. Next. See, the Chambal Valley is like this one. Next. And I saw the temple groups like this one. This is known as Bateshwar. Bateshwar, it has got 200 temples. You don't have another site in India where you have 200 temples. And no two stones were lying except 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 temples. Now, you have to get his permission. You have to get his support also. Next. It was lying like this one. You can see this one. As I told you, no two stones were together. Next. And now, he said, after 4 months of continuous discussion with him through an intermediary, of course, I had no courage to go to him directly. Then he said, okay, you can do. And he said that you do these 4 temples. So when I went to the site, only this particular portion, that is the lower portion, was visible. We placed this one over here, this stone over this one, and this stone over this one. So one was put up, and the second one was not visible. But I made an excavation here, so I could get the other parts also. That was also put up. And then all these temples, 1, 2, 3, 4, all those temples were brought down. Strong foundation was given, and then it was re-erected. You can see it here. So now this, we have put up this one and this one also, and all those temples for 2,000 years. You don't have to worry about this temple because I have given such a strong foundation. And then all these temples, they were mostly Shiva temples. Shiva would be having Jada Makuta, Jadi Charmi, Shikandi to Sarvanga Sarva Pavana, Harischa Harinachascha, Sarva Buddha Hariprabhu. That is what is told about Shiva. And these 3 temples, here you can see the Shigara portion of this temple, it is lying down there. But nobody had the courage to remove things from there because it was infested with him. So if somebody comes to take it or smuggle it, he would be kidnapped and then he would be meeting his end. And here the Shigara is half, this one fallen down, and this is also lying in a very awkward position. And here you can see after the conservation work. It's again for 2,000 years you don't have to worry about this temple. See, this temple is this one. And this is this one, and this is this one. Next. See, this is another temple, which I saw it from a distance. And I looked at this gap, and I said, this is a Shiva temple. Why not a Vishnu temple? Because I looked at this one, this gap is elongated one, which might be a place for Nandi. And when I went for the Nandi, I got this Nandi also here. This is said, Vahanam Vrashabho Yasya, Vasuki Kantabhushanam, Vame Shaktidaram Deva, Vakaraya Namo Nama. So this was like this one. And when he saw this one, Narve Gujjar and his entire party, they were seeing this drama which was going on. They were highly impressed. Then they wanted to see, they wanted to have a kind of interview with me. See, this one, this is known as amalka in technical term. That is this one. It is lying upside down. Next. And here you can see, it looks almost like from a kind of horror story. Here you have got 3 temples. Half of the front portion, half of them have fallen down, and here also. And here we have completed this one. And for all those temples, and these people were also willingly helping us. Because once you are able to gain his confidence, and once you are able to have a kind of dialogue with him, it was very easy for me. So this was before, and this was after. And here you can see, an area. Here you have a tree, and here there was a small pond. And when I excavated this portion, I could get 3 temples more. That is this one, 1, 2, 3. And this was completely repaired. And now earlier it was not having water. Now we have got enough water also in this one. So this entire area was completely conserved. Next. And here this is a very classical case. See, the Shikara portion of the temple, it has been completely taken over by a tree. And the roots of this tree that has gone through the ribs of the temple, that is the entire Shikara portion has been taken over by this one. This is the Varandika portion of the temple up to the lower part. Then when I cut down this tree, the entire thing fell down. But then we had to re-erect it. It went up to this one, and here it has been completed. Next. And here, just see, you have to keep up this image also in your mind. I went and saw this one. It was having trees, 1, 2, 3, 4. There were 6 trees. I said, if there are 6 trees, you will be having 6 temples also. So we got this one. Only the steps were there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 6. This one also. So I removed these trees and went to this one. Went through this, sifted through this one, and then segregated the portions also. Next, you are going to see 6 temples here. Next. See, 1 temple has come up, and the other work is going on the other one. Next. See, now 3 temples have come up. You can see the steps also. Next. Now it has become 6 temples. See, just remember. And you can see the beauty and symphony of the temples. It's a beautiful piece. It's an art piece. Next. See, it is from the back side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next. And all these things were making dramatic changes in the dacoits also. Next. And see now, because the back side of this one, these are the temple which you have seen, and the back side of the temple also. I said, when we went and looked at it, and then I came to know that there were 8 temples. And here, we started the work, and here those 8 temples have been. This is the earlier temple which you had seen, and here 8 temples have been completed here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next. Look at it from here. See, this is the earlier group which you had seen, and this is the second group. Next. See, you had seen it like this one with trees, and now that area has been taken over by these temples, and this area by this group of temples. Next. And this is, I saw 21 pieces lying like this one, and then we started that jigsaw puzzle, and here it has been completed. Next. See, 1, 2, 3. See, this portion we started re-erecting, and finally this is the result. Just see this one and this one, compare this one. This is this one, and this is this one, and this is this one. Next. And these 3 temples have been conserved like this one. And similarly here also, here it was here when I met him, because he then wanted, after seeing all these things, he wanted to have a meeting, but still I had no courage with him to meet him. But ultimately he saw to it that about my programs and other things. One day when I was negotiating from one temple to another temple, I saw him here, but I was not able to disconnect him. Then he was smoking a BD. So I lost my this temper. I said, it's a temple group, and you are smoking in a temple, and are you not ashamed? But I was not knowing. By the time my attendant, he came from the backside, and then he caught hold of my hand and said, "Sir, aapse kuch mat kahiye." Then I got the message. He is nothing. He is none other than that of Darbhai Gujjar. And then, I mean, you cannot escape also because, all, I mean, the area has been surrounded by his people. I just sat on the temple floor and then I told him, sir, I mean, it's only this Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, and all of them have been saved because of you. Otherwise, it would have been either in America or in England or something. And in future also, we need your, I mean, help and support. तो उन्होंने मुझसे कहा कि हम तो आपको काहे को रोक रहे हैं. I said, no, you are not stopping us. But, if you are here, I mean, people will not be, the expert karigars would not be coming. So what should I do? I said that you leave this place and you go to the other side. And he did exactly that one, and we were able to complete this work. But he knew that the police was behind him, and all his followers were killed, and ultimately he knew that he too would be killed, and ultimately that happened. Next. See, this was the temple. You had seen those temple groups like this one, and now this is standing like this. 70 temples. Next. See, you had earlier seen those temples like this one, and now the site has become like this. With beautiful lush green landscapes, it has become like this one. Next. And here is the man, Narbhai Gujjar. And here it is someone, Seema Parihar. Next. Ultimately, he was killed. Next. Next. And then, once again, he is gone from the site. See, it became a problem for me. Because, then the mining lobby, they started, till this time, they had no courage to come to that place. But they started operating it. And our temples started coming down. Next. And then I wrote a very, as a government servant, you cannot do it. I wrote a very strong letter. I went to all the people, the forest officer, the SP, the DM, and all those people. They were all getting money, including the minister. Then ultimately, I wrote a very strong letter to Sri Sudarshanji, who was the head of RSS at that time. I said, I mean, you say that you are standing for the conservation of the temples. But here, out of 200 temples, we have been able to maintain, this one conserved 70 temples. But now your BJP government is ruling the state also. And what Muhammad Ghazni and Aurangzeb had done during the medieval period, it is exactly what is now taking place. But within 24 hours, he took action. And the CM was called, and the explanation was called, and everything stopped. Next. This is dacoits help to the Medina temples. ASI turns to RSS to get help. Temple saves, CM tells Sony, but Muhammad may face heat. Because then CM wrote a letter. Ambika Soni wrote a letter for which, CM sent a reply. And she said, no, it has been stopped. But you take action against this man who wrote a letter to Sudarshanji. Next. And for this, we got the award. That was in this one, SAR International Award. Next. 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 This is a kind of a new initiative. Next, the slum school. We'll go to slum school. But then I was appointed here in Delhi, and here for the Commonwealth, hundreds of laborers had come. They had come along with their children. Now, what are you going to do with these children? They will be either in Chauraha begging for alms. So I said we have to have some kind of schools for those people. Next. See, we started having schools. This is in Saket. This is also, in the parts of Saket. This is in Tughlakabad. We have got near about 4 schools, and we provided them all kinds of other this toys also for with this one. Khelne ke liye bhi, we made all the arrangements. Next. And here, what we did is, it was a wonderful this one. So people started coming and cooperating with us. And when Mr. Obama came, it was, he wanted to have a kind of interview with these children. He had a discussion also. That encouraged us. So we said it's not only for the children, we should have that education system for these people also. As I told you, that 74% is the literacy percentage of India. And for these workers also, we should do something. So I told them that you have to study in the evening. They said no, because throughout the day we are working. And in the night we will not be able to spare time for that because we have to cook food. I said, we'll provide you the food. And we provided the food. And to the male members, I said that you will have to stop drinking, because if you start drinking, then we will not give you the food. And now, these people, these adult school people, not only in Hindi, they are also able to read and write in English also. Only the minimum, this one. And here you can see they have come along with their children in their arms. These are the individual initiative which you can take. There is no need of support, because even my department was also against me. They did not appreciate it. But when Obama appreciated it, all of them appreciated. So I mean, that is how the thing. Next. See, I mean, here, I mean, the same school, now it is getting a wider publicity, and people are coming from various walks of life. They are helping from foreign countries also, people are coming. Next. And next. See, this is, I mean, Obama, and with those school children. So these are certain individual initiative which you can take. You can change the world. I mean, you can change the country also. Next. So Citizen Journalist Award, I mean, it was given. So my request to you is, I mean, because you are all students now, but you will be going out, you will be landing up in very good jobs, and at that time, what you can do is you can take up some works like this one, individual initiatives like that one. Now the business industries, they have got so many, I mean, they have got funds for this one, but they often come to me also because they wanted to clean Qutub Minar, they wanted to clean Humayun's tomb, they wanted to clean up many other monuments also. So I discussed with them. I told many of them, what is the need of, because they'll be getting a t-shirt, they'll be having gloves, and that will be after 1 hour's photo shoot. That will be thrown out. I said, no, instead of doing that one, you do this kind of work, or you go to some other kind of villages, you adopt that village so that, there can be drastic changes in the village itself. At least you do that one, that will be a great service. But they don't do it because, they just wanted to have it, I mean, their photo should come in either in Times of India or in Hindustan Times or in some other thing. So when you take up this program, you will be having enough money also. So when you have enough money, at least think of these people, the Garib, jo jitne bhi hai, I mean the poor people, because we have got a duty for them. जो उपनिषद में कहा है, सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् हेतु. Thank you so much. Thank you.